Hey everyone, this is Like24, and before we go any further, I just want to remind you to go ahead and keep your phone vertical and click that full screen icon on the bottom right. And today, well, I was going to talk about the Baboon deck, and because I've been working on it for a while now. And today I was able to go ahead and get to Platinum, and I was using Relinquished, and I had no problem doing so. But after I switched out, after I got to Platinum, I said I was going to try the Baboon in Platinum. However, whenever I started playing, the decks, it's okay. However, and the way I try to build it is I try to build it in a way to where it can be kind of anti-meta-ish, and the deck works. However, in Platinum or higher, everybody's playing either Relinquish, Taya, or some sort of Weevil Burn, and this deck really it cannot compete against any of those decks. Depending on your opening hand, if you open decent against Relinquish, you most of the time win. However, Relinquish is extremely consistent, and it's so consistent that it'll outspeed this deck. And if you go first, or if you somehow manage to get the green Baboon out first, you're gonna lose, because they're just gonna relinquish it and then attack you, and then that's gonna be it. If you go against Taya, same thing. It just depends on your opening hand. If you have the Magic Drain, and if you can Magic Drain the Destruction Revolution, or one of the Burning Lands, if you play against that Burning Land, then you might win. However, if you don't have the Magic Drain, you're just gonna lose again. So the deck it's good, but it's not in that same tier that Relinquish and Taya and Weevil is. And for now, I'm not gonna show you any gameplays, because the games were over extremely quick, and so there's no point in me showing you gameplay. They're all losses. I can show you the streaks. Well, no, never mind. I can't, because I played afterwards with a different deck that I'm about to show you right now, and most likely that's why you're here, to see the other deck. But I lost every single game. The only 2 games that I won, I guess, because the opponent left. So I only won 2 games out of all of them that I won, and I went from Platinum 1 all the way back to Gold 3 with it. So it wasn't anything good. The deck itself, if you play like lower tier players, you will win, but once you get to those higher tiers, it doesn't do as good as it does. But the other deck that I decided to build today, since I'm not gonna have any gameplay of that Baboon, because it was just bad, and it was boring. It was just the exact same thing over and over again, to where you play Taya and she wins in the second or third turn. So, and Relinquish, the same thing, was second or third turn. He just relinquishes, takes your Baboon, attack for game. Taya activated burn cards and wins, and that was all of it, all the way to Gold 3 again. But after that, I went into and tried to use this deck. I was able to get the 3 what's called Vanguard of the Dragons, and I was trying it out. This is still in a concept state. It works okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say it wins 2 out of 3 games, maybe, depending on what you're playing against. And it has that same thing with a Baboon deck, where it can compete with Relinquish, because you run Twisters, you run Stamping Destruction, and you run Magic Drain. So it can compete, but it does lose to Taya really bad if you don't open up with the Magic Drains. And any other deck it's fine against, and it can compete against like most other decks. If you play against Mako, it'll completely destroy it. If you play against Rex, it'll destroy it as well. Anything else that's not Relinquish, or that's not Taya, you shouldn't have any problems with it. And I'll show you some. Well, let me go through the deck, and then I'll show you the replays. So first of all, 1 Tyrant Dragon, and his effect's good, and he can be affected by trap cards whenever you attack. So he's really good. Then 3 Vanguard of the Dragons. 3 Totem Dragons, and the only reason we have him is we have him for defense, and we have him for to use as tributes for the Tyrant Dragon or the Blue Eyes. And then 3 Mirage Dragons for traps, and 2 Blue Eyes. Now, the reason I'm not running just 3 Tyrant Dragons is because the effect of Vanguard of the Dragon, it requires whenever it gets destroyed, you can special summon a normal monster. So that it will be Blue Eyes, and that's the reason I'm playing 2 of them. And I do like this artwork better than the other one, that's why I have him here instead of 2 copies of this one. then 2 Stamping Destructions, 2 Twisters, 2 Magic Drains, and 2 Mirror Wall. You can replace and you know, mix and match whatever it is you have, but this was working somewhat. And the deck is just going to be a beatdown deck. And every now and then you do catch the opponent off guard, or if you just pass turn and they just set, you can catch them off guard with Tyrant Dragon. But other than that, it's a decent deck, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a tier 1 deck, but you can have fun playing with it. And I'll go ahead and show you some replays, and I think that's gonna be it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're enjoying my content, go ahead and leave a like and do subscribe, and if not, go ahead and leave a dislike. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. fight the Thunder God?